You're now listening to The Couch on 24/7 Miami with your hosts, Chubby Dubby, Clem December,
Big Clem. December, it's Clem time.
and your boy Coleman.
Coleman, I had the most absurd nightmare. I was poor and no one liked me.
Let's go.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Yes.
I'm not going to say I've been saying this since 2000. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over again.
Yeah. Y'all fucked up, let the jump man jump. I gave you that word like a dope man front. Took that lane, boy, I ain't no chump. I went over your head, and I'm going with the dump. Like, whoa, going 85 through a red light. If the head right, then I'm there air night. Give a stick of bubble gum and a lead pipe. Can't make a lot of noise, but the bed might. Damn right. Got a sheet sweat like a seashore. Looking at me like you want to be more. Sorry, but I got to go record that.
All right. So what's up, guys? You know, it's a regular Tuesday night. We're starting a little bit late today. We had to share the studio space. We haven't been in the studio in last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's been. I don't think you've been here for 3 weeks. Remember, because me and Matt had to do Olo.
But you guys sound good when you're alone.
Yeah. For everyone who's been following along, we're back in the studio. We were on Google Hangout last week.
It feels fun to be. It feels like I'm back home in the studio.
It's gonna be a fun show. I think this is gonna be a fun show.
It always is, man. Every Tuesday, 7:00.
Just a funny story on my way here.
Oh, boy.
I was driving on 75 South, and there was a sign that said, like, caution, new traffic pattern. I don't know
Nude traffic pattern?
No, new.
Oh,
New.
cool.
New traffic pattern. And I was like, all right, sweet. It's like a new challenge. It's like
What is this? For a Mario Kart?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the new. It's like I got them on the new level.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
taking 75 South is almost like driving a Mario Kart. So
Exactly, especially when you get up around Miramar
You just
Parkway.
wish you had those little shells to shoot, right?
yeah,
It's already fun, and then you throw a new traffic pattern at me. All right.
yeah.
Is that the story?
Yeah, that's my story.
Oh, I thought something like
No,
happened.
well, it was just fun. It was just like making traffic fun again. Make
Right.
traffic great again.
Everybody.
Throw in
make
new
traffic
throw
great
in
again.
new traffic patterns every couple of weeks, like significant changes.
just to keep it
without-
funky.
Yeah,
All right,
traffic can get boring.
Keep drivers confused, so that way, instead of doing 70 miles an hour, they slam on the brakes.
Every 3 minutes.
Yeah,
So
Keep it
before we
interesting.
get into what happened this weekend, obviously NFL playoffs were huge. I mean, what's going on tonight? Not much in sports. Heat Rockets are playing at 7:30, and just a bunch of other NBA basketball. I mean, I don't know. Miami doesn't seem in focus with right now as far as basketball, but it's because we suck. But this weekend, thoughts?
Right. There was only the Packers Cowboys game is.
No, but let's save that one.
I mean, that's the only one I really want to talk about. You want to talk about Pats Texans?
we're gonna touch on
mean,
probably every game. Just
Yeah,
a
we got a
bit.
little bit of
Let's
stuff.
touch them. Let's touch
I mean,
the game.
Packers Cowboys game was that's the horse we want to ride right now. That was
Right
that
now,
was
don't you want to
great
save the best for
football.
last?
Yeah,
All right, Pittsburgh's offense didn't score a touchdown.
And
Texans were playing with Brock Osweiler.
whoa,
and
whoa.
What do you want
Take
to talk
it easy a
about?
little bit.
All right, go.
Me? I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
Go ahead, Coleman.
Okay, let's start off. Let's do it
somewhere.
chronologically. Let's
I
start
like
off with
that, I
the
like
first
that.
game, which
You're so
was
organized,
Seattle at Atlanta.
Okay.
Matt Ryan
That game
looked
started off
really
good.
good.
Well,
Yeah,
that game started off good. I mean, it was pretty tight, at the half. I mean, it was fun. The first couple drives, everybody scoring. Everybody seemed to be in rhythm there. The best part was Future being there.
yeah, that was pretty good.
That was fun
Russell Wilson hasn't won in Atlanta with Future in the building.
at all. His record's what? 0-1?
0-2, I think.
1-2 maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to look that up later.
I think the tweets were a little overdone on
And the
Sierra's
well,
part. That's
the
what killed me.
meme, the meme that came out, I will still crack up thinking about it. The picture of Future and the little
The
caption
sprinkles.
said, "We came here to see your little boyfriend play football or whatever." And then Russell Wilson after the game, tweeting, Instagramming a picture of him and Sierra, basically saying like, "Every day's a win when I get to come home to you."
Right.
And it's like, it's a weak shot at like how it's a weak shot at the whole Future thing. Like Future was there, everyone.
Subtle shot because Russell Wilson takes subtle shots.
But it's weak. It's like your team just lost in the playoffs. Most of your locker room is devastated by that.
And you're happy that you're
Earl
married
Thomas
to
is
Sierra.
damn near close to retiring, and Russell Wilson's over here just like, as long as I get to come home to Sierra at night.
Right. Well, I mean,
Publicity
Get it,
stunt.
grow a sack, dude. You play football. You don't play, tennis. I don't know.
Well, he that was actually a quote on his end when Cam Newton was complaining about all the hits he takes. Well, if I didn't want to get hit, I'd probably play tennis.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Taking a page out of Russell Wilson's book, huh?
No, it's just.
Those are those.
I'm
subtle
so
shots that are
tired of the
funny.
Seahawks. I'm so tired of them.
Are you really?
I've
Like, so you were happy to see Matt Ryan do what he did. He did what what we
well,
expected Matt Stafford
not
to do.
only am I'm a Matt Ryan fan. I like Matty Ice. I like to see the Falcons. I'm a low key, maybe I'm a little bit of a Falcons fan.
Is that your
but
secondary team?
the Bengals, but I root for I don't know. I like the Falcons.
Okay, that's fair
Whatever.
enough.
Well, but listen, I've been over Richard Sherman.
Yeah,
Earl Thomas. You lost me.
How about
Retiring.
Michael Bennett.
When Michael. Well, he kind of went off on
super offended.
But some reporters called him out for not trying hard, and he basically just said yo, F you, I put my heart on the field.
Right.
But the Earl Thomas thing, retiring from the cart because he bumped his shin bone. And now Russell Wilson talking about every day's a win because I get to come home to Sierra. No, you lost today. Today you lost.
He's kind of a cornball, though. I mean, he always has been. He's very.
How he landed her,
He
I
never
don't know.
says anything.
Because he's everything that she's not used to, bro.
She's
used to dating all these rappers with all these, they're a stereotypical, all tatted up, and just they like to party and they like to, be around girls that sell their bodies for.
I mean,
sexual favors.
Maybe she found God or something like that, and Russell Wilson helps her out.
Well,
in that
they didn't
area.
have
And he's a
sex until they
cornball.
got married.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe she was looking for that after dating Future. So he talks about drinking lean and doing drugs and stuff like that. By the way,
She
if
wants
they
to
ever really did get in a scrap, Russell Wilson would beat the snot out of Future.
Russell
Oh
Wilson
yeah,
would win.
any football player would beat the snot out of any rapper.
Yeah.
But Russell Wilson has to fight like an awkward white dude.
Oh yeah, he's got the hand back behind his head.
Let me at him.
And one more thing. Also, they had Future's baby wearing a little Russell Wilson jersey.
That's
Right.
heated.
That is great.
That's. I mean, it makes for our job to be fun.
I like it. Mix that kind of stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Do all that kind of stuff. I like all of that
I'm
stuff.
sitting on, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's super low.
Yeah.
The
You look like a midget, but did you see also Earl Thomas went to Twitter after?
Oh yeah, calling out the Patriots.
Yeah.
The year that the second best team in the NFC West is 7-9 Arizona Cardinals,
Right.
and then you have the Rams and the Niners who could only beat each other.
He said exactly. Tom Brady has the easiest route. Put his ass in our division and see what he does. #salty.
Well, I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. The AFC completely dominated this year. As far as if we're talking records, the AFC was way better than the NFC this year.
And just recently, the AFC East has been a little down, while the NFC West was very strong.
Right.
But this year is not the year to come out
No.
with that comment.
And
No.
it's not like they haven't played before. We all know the result of that, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know where.
But that was funny. Obviously he had to put his 2 cents in after the game because he was a little bit salty that the Seahawks lost, and then
But
the
I
Patriots
hear
win
Matt,
really
though.
big, and
I hear Matt with the fact that I'm kind of I'm tired of.
You're
the
over- I'm
Seahawks.
over this
I'm
team.
over them.
Right.
But they're good, and they always kind of
Their
make that
window's
resurgence.
closed anyways.
You think?
I think that there was I think that the speaking in football wise, I think that they missed Earl Thomas on the defense. I'm not sure that it would have made a huge difference in the outcome of the game. I think that it definitely you saw some of the wheel routes that Tevin Coleman was running.
You
and
know
stuff
what
like
I
that.
like?
And
Go ahead.
you had Richard Sherman across Julio Jones all day, and Mohamed Sanu was just taking apart Jeremy Lane,
Right.
jumping over him
yeah.
for touchdowns.
Yeah,
And
no, 100%. But what I like that the Falcons did is that they didn't go away too much from Julio Jones. A lot of their game planning this year was kind of use Julio Jones as a distraction. But dude, they threw to him,
And he kind of torched Richard Sherman,
he
didn't
did.
he?
Yeah, sure he did. I mean, he showed his bigger, faster, stronger.
And then did you see conveniently it came out this week that Pete Carroll said that Richard Sherman has been dealing with a significant MCL injury for the second half of the season.
And he's been lying about
and he's
it.
been lying because what
To the
happens
team?
is no
No, in
to
the injury
the
report.
media. to the like using it on the injury report.
Doesn't the team get fined for that?
We're about to see what's going to happen because what they did was they put him on a what's it called, NIR, non-injury rest designation.
Okay.
Basically saying that, like, he's not hurt, but he's just going to take days off from practice or whatever.
Right.
But you can't really do that, and you can't really come out afterwards and be like, oh yeah, by the way, he's got a serious MCL injury that we just didn't tell you guys about for the whole entire year. Like, I'm sure that the Players Association, like everybody, like
they got to have a problem with that.
The Seahawks are going to get in trouble for this. But I agree with you guys. Like, I'm glad they're out of here.
Yes, and moving.
What was the other game on Saturday?
Speaking of the Patriots,
yeah.
Belichick, snap face.
This was snap face, Insta chat.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me that he doesn't. Look, bro, Bill Belichick makes it a point to know everything.
Oh, yeah,
that
he knows everything.
He's trolling.
Yeah, he's trolling. Nothing gets past Belichick. Are you kidding me? That guy's so damn smart.
All his players on Snapchat.
Oh, he's got an account on Instagram that's like Bob Mellenstein from Boston, Mass, and it's like some picture of some guy, and he follows all his players. But before the game, because this game, I don't think. I mean,
no, Houston had no shot.
They had no shot,
yeah.
and
this was the most lopsided game.
And the spread was like 14 or 15, and of course the Patriots covered.
Right, it jumped all the way to 16.5.
And I saw
before the game.
I saw Lebitard on Friday was talking, and they posed the question: what's more likely, the Texans winning or Tom Brady getting lost on the way to the stadium?
Oh, yeah.
And they put a poll on Twitter, and it came back 84% more likely Tom Brady gets lost on the way to the stadium. On the way to Gillette that he's been driving to for 13 years, there was better chance of him getting lost on the way to the stadium than the Texans winning that game.
I wonder how Vegas had those odds.
Oh man,
that would have been a good bet.
I mean, there's Texans did enough to third quarter Texans fans were probably like, oh my god, look, can we really do this?
Right.
But then it ended up being a 34-16 game or something like that.
Yeah, that was the final
34-16.
Yeah.
Deion Lewis was phenomenal.
Yeah, he got 3 touchdowns.
3 total touchdowns. First player to score in those 3 ways in postseason history.
Yeah. My analysis of that game is Brock Osweiler sucks. Bill O'Brien.
That one game was a fluke, huh?
Like, was it just me, or did it look like they just basically gave up in the second half?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to bash Bill O'Brien. This is a Brock Osweiler problem.
Bill O'Brien is what's this clown? Jeff Fisher in training.
If they had
that's who Bill O'Brien.
If they had a quarterback that was any decent, they would be like that's a last possession game. If they had 09 Mark Sanchez, that's a last possession game.
Right, but at some point, if he's not, I mean, he already made the change at one point in the season for Tom Savage.
Right.
Which I'm not certain that that's a better option, but I mean, Brock Osweiler, what did
he
do?
You made the change for a reason.
You made the change already.
Because Tom Savage had a concussion in week 17.
But he was available for this last game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was available for the next game.
But but
at a certain point, you got to be like, all right, we're in the playoffs. We're paying this guy $72 million. Like, he's got to play. He's got to be the guy.
I guess, but I mean,
it's not Tom Savage.
He just wasn't getting the job done. And so then you see when there's 10 minutes left, they're down by 2 scores. It's like, okay, what are you going to do here? You're probably going to have, what do you think? Maybe 2 more possessions if you're lucky, and you're down by 2 scores. Punt the ball away back to the Patriots. May as well let them salt it all the way out.
And look, and Deion Lewis had, those touchdowns. Well, 2 of them were receiving, right? But one of them was receiving. One of them was
rushing and a kick return.
And a
first person to ever do that.
Huh. Right. In a playoff game. Because Tyreek Hill did it.
And also, I would like to say, I still, J.J. Watt still sucks. You can stay hidden. Get out of here, J.J. Watt.
Who would win in a fight, J.J. Watt or James Harrison?
Okay. Great transition. Moving on to the next game chronologically, because this game was supposed to be at 1:00.
True. So technical chronological.
They had to change the grass, man.
Right. So Steelers, Chiefs. Steelers don't win a touchdown. Boswell kicks 6 field goals. They win 18-16.
Yeah.
Chiefs. But that's not the Steelers' MO, though. They score a touchdown.
That's what I'm saying. That Chiefs defense either is really good or
it was super legit the second half of the season.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, I don't know how they did. Le'Veon Bell had 170 rushing yards.
Right.
And they were just all they were all on one side of the field. I guess they couldn't get past the 30.
Well, that's a lot of what the Chiefs defense was this year towards the second half.
Bend, don't break.
Yeah, exactly. So they give up a lot of yards in between the 20s, and then they have good red zone defense.
And so, yeah, I mean that was I'd never seen that Pittsburgh offense just like not be able to get past a certain point. But like they didn't stop.
They played the Dolphins the first time.
They didn't stop Le'Veon Bell. They didn't really stop Antonio Brown. Like they got their numbers. I don't know where the scoring. Yeah, I don't know where the scoring didn't come from.
Right.
You know what I mean? But speaking of James Harrison, my
monster.
Yeah, okay. Hang on. Let me backtrack a little bit.
All right.
That game ended pretty cool with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. I think Chiefs kind of got a little bit hosed. That was a hold on James Harrison.
On Fisher, Eric Fisher.
Yeah, but that's one of those calls that you can kind of let
the kids play.
Yeah, you can kind of let that go. Also, James Harrison climbing. He's
39 years.
He's reaching JJ Watt status of like hating his showmanship. The whole our plane landed after the game at 4 a.m. Look at me. I'm in the gym at 6 a.m. working out. You know.
But this isn't new for James Harrison. And it's fun. Those workout videos are fun to watch because he's quite a specimen.
I mean, this video was nothing special on Sunday. He was just him like pulling a sled with a couple plates on it.
Okay, but
he's
been consistent with it for the last couple of years.
Okay, but the whole
guy's
video.
39 years old.
Don't tell me the whole video wasn't. Look at me working out at 6 a.m. after a game.
I don't want to watch anybody work out.
At least he's in a gym, bro. He's not out there shirtless in the woods beating a tire with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Dude, what's the difference? I don't want to watch anybody do any of that stuff.
Dude,
you don't have to.
Instagram,
it's his freedom to post what he wants.
Yeah, the Instagram,
I wasn't
like
criticizing him.
The people who have
You're
like thousands and hundreds of thousands of Instagram followers based off like videos of them working out and posing in the mirror is ridiculous to me. But yes, James Harrison, that was a very look at me post.
But he's 39 years old.
I don't care.
And
It's a look at me post,
monster.
and I'm starting to hate him too. James Harrison, JJ Watt, Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, they're on the list.
They're on
of
the
people.
hot seat for you.
Yeah, well, the couch. I'm not gonna say the couch.
Let's speak for the couch.
I don't. You guys are. I'm over it.
Well, a little controversy, obviously, during the speech, the coach's speech after that.
Yes.
Also, I mean, that was probably the biggest story from that game, other than whatever. Was it a hold? Was it not a hold? I mean, kind of it looked like a hold, but I hear you. You let the kids play. But yeah, I mean, Antonio Brown kind of violating not just team rules but NFL rules. And what's crazy about it is that the fact that he violated league rules in recording. What happened was that he recorded a Facebook Live. He was on Facebook Live while his coach was addressing the team after the game. And, the league is going to try to like squeeze money out of anywhere, dude.
Yeah, he's going to get fined. I mean, I have to say that I personally do not care about that.
I don't
But did you
care.
hear what Mike Tomlin said though? He said we're going to punish him. We're not going to punish the team.
Right.
AKA we're not going to be dumb and not have him play. We're not going to suspend him.
Yeah, it's gonna be monetary.
Right, what are you going to do? Let's make a point and sit Antonio Brown in the AFC Championship
In the AFC
game.
Championship.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it would be retarded to like, just sit and have him sit for a quarter. Or whatever.
And what
That's stupid.
what Tomlin, what was recorded from Tomlin in the locker room, he didn't really say anything super controversial.
No.
The term assholes, calling the Patriots the assholes, he would have called whoever was the next team they were playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was just talking to his team, and like exactly I think he dropped a few F-bombs, but he was just firing up his team.
Right.
I thought it was great. I think there should be more. See, the only problem with having more of that in the locker room is if the coaches know about it,
They're not going to talk as openly.
you won't get that good sound.
Right.
But I think there should be more of that stuff.
And even in it, though, Mike
It
Tomlin,
won't be the same.
Tomlin's not. He doesn't say controversial stuff. He's another one of these coach speak guys. You know what I mean? So it was cool to see like a moment where he didn't know.
And I almost forgot this while we're talking about Steelers, Chiefs, and controversial calls. This is Travis Kelce on the officials.
Yes.
Jersey ever again. You shouldn't even be able to work a fucking Foot Locker. Okay, guys.
So yeah,
Okay, guys.
His PR guy's like, okay, guys, I guess we're done. It kind of got cut short, but someone was talking about the stripes. They were talking about the officials, and he
Right.
said
Zebra.
they shouldn't be able to wear those stripes. Shouldn't be able to work at a Foot Locker. So that was, if he gets fined for that, I think it's worth it. That was a
Right.
pretty solid punchline there.
We're gonna get to Green Bay Cowboys and quick hits in the next segment. So we'll be back.
Stay tuned to the couch with Dubby, Clem, and Coleman. on 247miami.tv. Back after this.
Yeah. Can you see now? Can you see now? No, really, my stepmom's not. I'm playing Freddie Mercury, shaded like some curtains beat. And my fate is certainly, I need the money urgently. All I see is green and green around me like a nursery. Currently, a little bit of spitter, that's that currency. Tell me how you heard of me, how on point the verses be. I'm not the best, but virtually, I'm grinding like a worker bee. Chick be out of mind, she thinks she finna get a purse from me. Like she the one that's in here putting in this work for me. I put lyrics on wax, that's my heart and my soul. Let go of the past, surprise how far you can go. Not saying it's facts, that's just what I've been told. Didn't say it you asked, I just thought you should know. And I ain't got no time for a hater. Can't feel you like I'm smoking on the vape, like smoking on the vape. And I ain't got no time for a boy talking down, use a motherfucking faker, use a motherfucking faker. Can you see now? Can you see now? Can you see it? Yeah, can you see now? When you see me, baby, don't be acting see now. Can you see now? Can you see it? Can you see now? Can you see now? When you see me, baby, don't be acting okay. What the status of it? What the lick read? I make magic of these lines, Roy and Siegfried. I never backed it on the bus, I was a big dweeb. Now I get on tracks and I just bust, should be in big leagues. Had to get my mind and money right, so glad I went to school. Plus it taught me how to handle booze, become a man and rule. Ran the campus even when I panicked about finances. Never thought the Lord was standing, this a chance that I've been granted. I swear I go so hard. That's that shit they don't like. And I swear yo girl so slob. That's that bitch I won't wipe. So peculiar is my whole life. I'm familiar with them strobe lights. I got 7 bottles and 6 mollies for 5 days. It's like 4 nights. Okay, MySpace but no website. My time, get your clock checked. I'm shit-faced for my next flight. I board the plane with that pop breath. When I open my hammered eyes, I got a hand job in my backpack. I hope my bitch ain't camera shy, cause I give her something to look back at. Like, can you see now? Can you see it? Can you see now? Can you motherfucking feel it? Can you see now? Can you see it? Can you see it? When you see me, baby, don't be acting see now. Can you see now? Can you see it? Do you see now? Do you see it? Can you see now? Can you see it? When you see me, baby, don't be acting see now. Trunk full of beat, ride to the beach, bomb like the Middle East. I got killers in the street. Trunk full of beat, ride to the beach, bomb like the Middle East. I got killers in the street.
Trunk full of beat, ride to the beach, bomb like the Middle East. I got killers in the street. Trunk full of beat, ride to the beach, bomb like the Middle East. I got killers in the street.
Yeah, baby, don't be acting see now. Yeah. Can you see now? When you see Big Jensen, don't be acting see now. When you see me, baby, holla at a pro. When you see me, baby, holla at me, boy. See me when you see me, baby. When you see me, baby, holla at your boy. Say holla at your boy. Can you see now? Can you see now? See now? Can you see now? See now? Or you the #1 draft in the league now?
All right. So that was Young Ailes. He was on our show a couple shows back, actually. So make sure you guys hit him up on his SoundCloud. So we were talking before on the amazing football weekend that it was. We got so excited that we didn't even get to probably the best game we've seen. Okay, best game, right? Yes, obviously in the weekend, but one of the best players this season, who is said favorite player of mine, Aaron Rodgers. And we got to see him do freaky things.
The God.
To people, to a team that was the best team in the NFL, right?
No, that's not what I would say.
I mean, we had a little discussion about this last week when we were talking about the matchups. Dallas' defense was not very good pretty much all season long. And you saw a little bit of...
But their offense was good enough to win all the games.
Yeah. But
-2 against the Giants. They just couldn't play against the Giants.
Okay. Or the Packers.
Or the Packers. But they won the first game against the Packers.
That's okay. That one didn't count.
Right? You're
not
right.
as much as this
100%.
one.
You're right. I don't think it's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, you know, I have a couple buddies that are, you know, avid Cowboys fans. And, you know, I texted them like, yo, that was a good game. And their response was verbatim F you, right?
Yeah.
I had on my Aaron Rodgers jersey throughout the game, and they knew that I had it on, right? But I didn't mean it in a bad way. Like, you know, I was like, dude, no, legit. It was a good football game. Dude, you're talking about 2 rookies leading to 12 wins. That's, I mean, you know, yeah, granted. I mean, whatever. You're out
I think they had like 14 wins.
whatever.
I don't know, like 13 or something. But I mean,
Yeah, I did my research.
yeah, it was a good season. I never really had them winning the NFC. I mean, it's still
A lot of people did.
Dak Prescott had a good season. I wasn't gonna pick him to win in the playoffs. And
Out of those 2, who wins Rookie of the Year? I say Zeke.
Zeke wins Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
And
Because I don't see he didn't have bad games.
I think Dak kind of messed up at the end of the game. They clocked it on first down a little too quick. They got in field goal range, and I think he got kind of wet too quick and was like, oh my God, we got to kick the field goal.
Yeah.
And so then you left Aaron Rodgers too much time on the clock where he comes down and he just drops a dime, rolling to his left.
on the run, bro.
30 yards, drops a dime. Jared Cook makes the best play of his career because Jared Cook only has like 15 catches in his career, even though he's been playing for 5 years and he's like athletically so gifted. I don't know. That's a whole nother story. I could rant about Jared Cook. That's fantasy problems.
Bad fantasy beat.
Yeah, fantasy problems. But
Yo, I love that.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is so great.
He really is. And I loved how they asked him, hey, Aaron, was that the best throw you've ever made? He goes, nah, it wasn't the best throw I've ever done.
He's got a lot of really good
throws. Yeah, like that's not even, I don't know if I can say if that's his best throw or not.
Yeah,
right, but it's impressive. You know, I forget who it was that got quoted. It was a player. I think it was a Steelers player that was asked about, you know, hey, dude, if we're honestly, we look at it, you know, from the outside, right? Like we're in here, we're talking, we're breaking down each game and all that, right? But if we look at it from the outside, the quarterbacks involved in the playoffs right now are legends. And when you're talking AFC, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Ben Roethlisberger, with the exception of that one Joe Flacco appearance, have ran this AFC, you know.
What is it, 15 or 16 straight years?
It's nuts. And honestly, we're watching 4 of the greatest quarterbacks, you know, Matt Ryan, whatever. He puts up stats, but he's never been the playoff guy.
Right.
But these other guys, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, and Tom Brady, like, dude, that's nasty. You know what I'm saying?
B-Check said, what up, Dub?
Yeah, tell him I say what's up.
I think, was it somebody was on one of the, you know, on the big 4-letter network earlier today saying something along the lines of like, you know, if you don't have a franchise quarterback, then you're going to be sitting with me doing a show with Adam Schefter.
So, well, I don't even remember. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so what the player said, right? Because I didn't even get to that. What the player said was, you know, Tom Brady's probably the best quarterback that we've ever seen. Granted, I'd agree with that. Best quarterback of our generation, et cetera, et cetera. But he was asked, who would you rather play against? And his answer was, I know that Tom Brady's going to stay 3 yards behind that center.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather play Tom Brady and game plan against him than have Aaron Rodgers that has the same skill of said Tom Brady with the command of the offense, et cetera, et cetera. This guy's got wheels, right?
Very, very logical.
There was at least 3 first downs that he got on his legs. So, I mean, you know, it's
and it was pretty impressive also, I would say, the fact that Jordy Nelson was not there. And they're talking about he may come back
slim
for
chance.
the game. Very slim, I think.
But he got popped.
Listen, right now, Aaron Rodgers, you can trot out pretty much any 3 receivers, and they might put up 30 points.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's had it rough because, I mean, his
run
receivers,
the table, baby. Run the table.
No, and then Mike McCarthy went from being fired to going to the NFC Championship. Now.
Right.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. That's the gift of Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Anything else on that? That was, I mean, just the only thing that was such a great game. Packers looked like Packers were running away with it. Dak brought him back. 3 field goals in the last 2 minutes.
Right, the last 4 minutes of that game were insane.
And I think the Cowboys didn't run enough time off. They could have gotten that game to overtime, but Dak kind of dropped the ball there. I don't know whose decision that was to clock it on first, though. I'm not sure.
At 28-13, I prematurely sent out a couple text messages saying game over, and I was wrong. It made for a good football game, but Packers won.
28-13. What kind of military time is that?
The score, you clown?
Oh, okay.
And then it was 28 points to 13.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
All right. Let's move on
to the hits.
To some quick hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick Hits, brought to you by Now Trending, news with a twist, every Monday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. live on 247miami.tv. Check out Now Trending.
Okay, you got some interesting quick hits here this weekend.
Give it to us, Matthew.
You want to start it off, Matt? Go
we'll
ahead.
start off with Cavs Warriors from last
Ooh.
night. Very interesting. The game wasn't interesting.
Very
the Cavs
interesting game.
got demolished. No,
Yeah.
the Cavs got absolutely
Things
demolished.
that transpired within the game, not the
Right.
score.
Right.
Obviously, what everyone's talking about, LeBron's flop.
Right.
I don't know if it was so much a flop. I mean, he kind of got clotheslined by a pretty big Draymond Green. Like, they were both moving pretty fast. Draymond Green kind of clotheslined him.
Yeah, but I saw LeBron throw a shoulder. Like, you saw him, like he kind of if you look at it from a certain angle, you see him, kind of throw his elbow. He knew what was coming.
So he threw his shoulder and then kind of flopped.
He braced for it. He knew what was happening. And it's not, it was an aggressive go for the steal from Draymond. I mean, I think he obviously knew that there was going to be contact. I didn't think that it warranted a flagrant one. I think that it definitely was a flop.
Sold a flagrant one.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, you're going to tell me that if it's not like they were running full speed into each other, he was backpedaling and sort of running sideways and coming across. It's not, you know what I mean? That's going to make LeBron James fall like that, like he got shot, like he was assassinated, shot in the head.
Here's my problem. I mean, look, I'm
He's
gonna
an NFL player.
I'm gonna give my opinion, and it's gonna sound like I'm angry. An angry Miami fan. We got a lot of LeBron the years that he was here in Miami, and everything was cool, right? But his game hasn't changed. His game is that way. He sells it, and he probably flopped a couple times here in Miami, and nobody said anything because we loved him, right?
Oh,
So
listen.
now I'm just gonna sound angry. But yeah, it's kind of soft. And him saying he's a football player, he's not a football
Yeah, he's
player.
not a football player, dude. That's barely a contact sport.
Oh,
If I was Don Terry Poe, I would be offended, and I would be like, "All right, we'll line up in front of me, and let's see what's up.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's see who's a football player.
Let's see who's a football player." But let me get you real quick.
But I also don't like it's not a soft play to flop. It's a smart play. It's a smart basketball play.
Have we seen worse? Yeah, Marcus
is.
Smart. I mean, we've
Oh,
seen
he's the
Marcus Smart.
worst.
I know,
He's
but what I'm
horrible.
telling you is so that like if he doesn't end up getting fined by it and he does end up getting Draymond a flagrant foul in that game, it's
It's a smart move.
it's a smart play.
Sure, it's
not-
like Derek
not
Jeter leaning
soft.
in to get hit by a pitch
Exactly.
to lead an RBI, and I
It's a
think
smart basketball play.
But a lot of people don't like it.
But I also thought, did you see when
There was a lot of
when
little
Draymond
things
was
when
walking
he-
back?
when he
Yeah.
mocked him, when
Oh, yeah,
Draymond
he mocked
was
him
like-
to the
little,
fans.
little dance. You know what I mean?
That was
and then-
funny.
and
It's funny. I like that kind
And
of
then
stuff.
somewhere within the game, LeBron showed his fingers and he
Right.
shot out the three out there. Like, yo, I
Good.
got 3 rings. Like, I like games like that. The KD block was more impressive for me when LeBron came in like a steaming train
Mhm.
that he does. And KD, being the 120 pounds wet that he is, he went up there, man.
That was one of the better plays of the night. Like overall, it was not an interesting game. It was a blowout. The Warriors scored 78 points by halftime. I mean, the Cavs just didn't show up. Didn't feel like playing defense at all. Kevin Love was laying on the ground for the majority of the first half until they finally said, "Okay, his back is sore."
Yeah.
But-
His back is sore.
Right.
Okay. Next, the Dana White McGregor Mayweather thing kind of keeps evolving. At first, Dana White sent out an offer, and it was like 25 mil
Peanuts, bro.
for 25 mil for Mayweather, 25 mil for McGregor, and then they talk about pay-per-view, right? So
Right.
now this new thing I saw was Mayweather came out and like laughed and said Dana White used to carry his bags,
Right.
which I don't know the backstory on that.
Dana White used to work at a hotel before he
Oh.
was like an amateur boxing trainer, and was working at a hotel to make his end.
Oh, okay.
I doubt that he ever actually really carried Floyd Mayweather's bags, but it's just a jab.
Right.
Like,
okay.
oh, didn't you used to carry my
You
bags?
know,
He
he
also
has
said,
somebody who made something of himself.
Oh,
So,
come
I
on.
mean, but it's Floyd.
But it's
exactly,
Floyd. It's money.
Floyd.
It's money. Floyd. Pretty boy Floyd.
He fights Oscar De La Hoya and wears a sombrero to the ring. You know what I mean? Like, that's Floyd Mayweather.
We love that guy.
But he also called him a comedian for
Right,
offering him
for
the
the
25
offer.
million because let's
Let's face it, Floyd Mayweather makes $100 million every fight.
right, but Conor McGregor doesn't. Conor McGregor's, I think, probably largest purse is in the single digits of millions for a fight, probably so far.
Think so?
Well,
Single digit millions?
I'm talking about just the purse, not including the pay-per-view buys and additional things like that. I'm talking just the purse. Like, there's not a whole lot of huge UFC purses.
Well, and
They didn't.
isn't most of what Mayweather makes in boxing mostly off pay-per-view buys?
Well, he gets his contract. The thing is that Floyd Mayweather is, he's a business genius. He may not be smart with what he does with his money,
He really is.
but He
has enough money to be
he
stupid.
does all the promotions.
Right,
he
so
does
his company is the
everything.
one getting paid by
Exactly.
everyone
So
to everyone to get everything.
They get every share of it, and so he negotiates the purse. Basically, that's when okay, fine, I'll fight Oscar De La Hoya, but you got to give me $100 million or whatever it was that he made for that fight, And then if he builds up enough hype with his promotion and everything like that, and just money's going to go all around, he's going to get the lion's share of it with his promotions company. But
And
$25 million is chump change to him.
Yeah,
It really is.
Speaking of another fight, the Soulja Boy Chris Brown thing,
Which is Mayweather Productions.
right? And
Yeah.
Mayweather's behind Soulja Boy. Mike
But it's not like they're
Tyson and
friends.
50 Cent is behind Chris Brown.
I think
Right.
I think Floyd saw money signs.
Oh, money,
I think he
exactly.
saw money, dude. I don't
And-
think like he's personal friends with this guy or anything like that.
Oh,
I
he
mean,
saw
they might have
money.
met before, but
And then he had an interview with like a Hollywood some guy in Hollywood, and they were talking about like how everything's gonna work out, and like after like 10 minutes, the guy mentions like charity, and you could tell like Mayweather scrambled like, oh yeah, we'll do some charity.
Right.
Like he was not thinking charity, he was
No.
thinking dollar signs, and then they mentioned and he had to like scramble, but
who you got winning that fight?
well I want to ask how much you would pay to see that fight.
I mean, I
on
pay for it.
pay-per-view, how much would you pay?
I wouldn't pay more than Mayweather Pacquiao,
Which was like $100.
right. I mean, but I'd collectively get the $80 to pay for a normal
You guys
pay-per-view.
are nuts.
I
man.
said $50 and you get people at your house.
Right.
to
You
chip
get people
in,
to chip
right.
in, and
He's
it doesn't
saying-
come out.
Okay, he's saying he'll go to a bar, and then I asked, okay, what kind of cover fee would you pay at a bar to watch this fight?
$0.
$0.
I would order it at my house on pay-per-view if it was $9.95.
Well, they'd probably have it at Buffalo Wild Wings, but okay, you're not paying for the pay-per-view or a cover, but you're still paying for food. I mean, you're gonna end up paying for something for the fight if you want to go somewhere.
I mean, what if I'm
Right,
just
you're gonna get
go
drunk
somewhere
anyways.
anyway?
I want to watch that fight.
I want to watch that fight.
I think it's going to be terrible. Neither one of these kids are boxers.
And you
Soulja
think-
Boy
and
looks
then-
like a mop.
Yeah, and I exactly.
Soldier Boy.
Oh, dude, that guy, that little skinny person, he oh my gosh,
It's
that
gonna
little,
be-
And I think they
bro.
wouldn't really like be trying to hurt each other.
He's got a
I
little
don't know.
bird's chest,
I
bro.
don't know, maybe I'm thinking I'm kind of talking myself out of wanting to watch
It reminds me of.
I want to see.
I don't know if they'd really fight each other. They wouldn't really swing haymakers.
No, they'd have to. I mean, it got personal.
So,
Like,
but they
Soulja Boy
can't-
was talking about somebody's kids.
but
dog.
they're not.
Yeah, I
they're
think
not
it's- I think
boxers.
it's all showmanship.
What does it matter?
Have you ever seen? So their Fox used to put on this
Hey,
production-
World Star. Hey, hood fights. I love watching hood fights,
but
bro.
that's not-
If it turns out to be like a hood fight, I'm all in.
They're
I'm
gonna be-
watching it.
They're going to be wearing boxing gloves. They're
Oh,
probably
I
going to
know,
have
but they're-
headgear.
I was
on.
gonna say they'll probably have that Olympic headgear.
Nah. Look, the headgear will lose me.
Have you ever
All right,
seen-
all right, there's limits. to that.
Fox used to do this thing where they would have like Tanya Harding fight somebody or Screech, like
Yeah, I've
celebrity
seen, like,
boxing.
celebrity boxing, but I no, I don't want the headgear. I don't want the headgear. If the headgear's there, then I might.
Remember
opinion will
Celebrity
change.
Deathmatch, the claymation on like.
Of course,
Yeah, I didn't watch
it was
that.
on
yeah,
MTV.
I didn't watch that either. No,
I
that was
watched
stupid.
a lot of it, and I thought it was great because
Oh.
I was 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, look, the bird chest, bro. Chris Brown wins that fight.
Yeah.
Easy. Chris Breezy, because at least he's athletic. Soulja Boy looks like a clown throwing a punch.
Yeah, probably. All right, let's move on from the Soldier Boy fight.
A little too much on it.
Back to the NBA. Did you see that supposedly Carmelo Anthony met with Phil Jackson today?
Ah, yes.
Yes.
And sources told the Vertical that
I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony has no desire to waive his no trade clause, and leave the franchise.
Yeah, like he wants to win a championship with the Knicks. I think that Phil wants to.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Hey, guess what?
Never gonna
I want to
happen.
win a championship with the
It's
Knicks.
never gonna happen. Okay, I'm just saying what he wants. I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
Right.
But I think Phil wants to move him more than he actually wants to move because who
Time
knows?
out. You have to you got to shorten that sentence. He wants to win a championship. It's not gonna be with the Knicks. So let's forget. I want to win a championship with the Knicks. It's got to be. I want to win a championship. And
No, he
apparently,
clearly-
he'll only trade his no trade clause for the Clippers or the Cavs. Which LeBron right now is probably looking at Kevin Love, thinking about how they can make these numbers work.
Maybe. I mean, it's possible.
'Cause I'd want Melo
that's
over
what-
Kevin Love.
That's what I'm saying, though. Here's the thing. I think Phil wants to move Melo more than Melo wants to move.
right, but you don't just do it for Kevin Love straight up.
Right, and you can't do it.
No.
You can't do anything unless he waives his no trade clause. Like you literally can't do anything.
Right.
Even-
like, contractually, legally.
If he does decide to waive it, then there's like buyouts and there's certain things that have to happen. But if he never waives it, then it doesn't matter. But
Right. It doesn't matter what we're talking.
He's only going to waive it if they can work things out with the right teams.
Right. But what he
said who? Said him? Said Melo?
No, he said that he's committed to the New York Knicks.
Right.
The problem is that he's got 3 years left on the contract. He's making like between $26 and $28 million on each of those.
Jeez.
And so where was I going with this?
That it probably wouldn't work with any other team. Those
right.
numbers.
So those numbers, you're going to have to get back $26 million if you do trade him. And they have an early termination clause. Like after 2 years, you know how they have the player of the team option. So it's really only 2 more years unless they opt in, which I'm sure they're not going to do.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
But, it's more drama because, of course, the Knicks,
man,
they get their super team with Joakim Noah and Derrick Rose. And then 2 weeks ago, Derrick Rose disappears. Carmelo and Kylo Quinn get, thrown out of a game for acting like knuckleheads because they're just tired of it.
That was very Caucasian of you, knuckleheads.
And the Knicks have now lost 11 of their last 13 games, and
just as bad as the Bulls.
And they're worse than the Bulls, and they're sitting 3 spots out of the playoffs right now. So, hey,
that's it.
Stay in New York.
Yeah, they're only 3 spots. But not 3 games. 3
No,
spots.
3 spots.
Right.
But the East is not very good at the bottom
at all.
All right, and maybe one more thing: the Ringling Brothers.
Oh man,
shutting her down.
What happened? I mean, I saw the news. I didn't.
Well,
read into
I
why.
think a few months ago they stopped using elephants,
right?
And they're probably
all the PETA activists.
All the PETA people are probably getting on them about tiger stuff, and they're like, "Listen, if we don't have these cool, awesome animals,
look, why can't the circus people be animal lovers too?"
They're not.
Said who? You work for the circus?
Because you
don't
train a tiger to do what you want by being nice to it.
Right. And tigers probably don't want to be jumping through hoops of fire.
You asked the tiger?
I could probably safely assume that the tiger doesn't want to be jumping through a ring of fire and that the elephants don't want to be getting beat by their trainers so that they can stand on a little table.
That's debatable.
Listen, put all 4 of their giant legs on like a 4-foot round thing.
Yeah, hey, have fun, So I was okay if Ringling Brothers wanted to stay open, but get the animals out of there.
And at that point,
but then it's Cirque du Soleil.
And then it's just a gymnast act at that point.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, stop treating animals bad.
But
I'm all for the, I'm an animal lover, so I'm just making it funny here. But
right.
I mean, unless you speak elephant, I haven't spoken to any.
Okay, we're gonna take a break and we'll come back. We'll do some of our segments, and I got some other interesting stuff here to talk about, so we'll be right back.
Les Grossman.
We don't get money yet. Price now 100 million. You pay now or tomorrow Simple Jack die.
Great. Let me get this down. 100 million. Oh, wait. I got a better idea.
Stay tuned to the couch on 247miami.tv.
Instead of 100 million, how about I send you a hobo's cheese?
Then you kill him. Do your thing. Skin the
Go to town, man. Go to town.
No.
In the meantime, and as usual, go yourself.
Yeah. Young, APE music, baby. Holla at me. When you see me, almost perfect and shit. Almost perfect and shit. Next to it. Look. Okay. A mic ain't shit when a booth next to it. A booth ain't shit when a stool next to it. In a race, I got my running shoes next to it. Better cross the finish line before these haters start moving. Word of Benny Bands, that's myself, let's do it. APE, FNF music. Hey, mixtape number 2. Hey, baby, let's do it. Don't say my name unless I'm sitting next to it. Hey. Cool breeze, last day of summer shit. Coals on the tea, switch it sweet to my upper lip. Puff a bit, pass it to my bro like bop it. And roll another up cause I don't feel like stopping. I used to change apartments with my mom around the city. And now the boys regarded as the bomb around the city. People hear my name and know the song around my city. But I never wanted favors to put on around my city. From downtown to Daniel Pier, everybody recognize me cause my name spelled weird. I spend a lot of time at Rusty's, but it's stainless steel. And Shenandoah is still a must, but it's a dangerous feel. Let's go. Hip hop chatter, cafeteria blabber. After hearing a Mathers, wanted to be a rapper. So I opened up my cape and flew. A Superboy and then a great man too. I came up from nothing and now I'm stunting, right? How'd I do it? I must have been doing something right? I went from hanging on the porch down First Street to spitting bangers. I got torched that first beat. Back when our garages were mirages of a studio. All I really wanted was Versace and a groupio. A couple foreign whips, I'm down to act a fool now. A copper chain and watch, my neck and wrist will cool down. Hard to be humble when all of the words you mumble turn strangers into some friends, acquaintances, into lovers. I don't know you, I don't owe you about a motherfucking thing. Did this whole shit on my own, so I'm the only one to thank. Yeah, it's gonna be a real short Grammy speech. Hand the award to the motherfucking man in me. I'm still the dopest motherfucker on the family tree. To my uncle, auntie, and my grandma, baby, rest in peace.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the couch on 24/7 Miami.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Karaoke Matthew. Karaoke
Welcome
Matthew.
back to the couch on YouTube, the couch on Instagram, the couch radio, and on Twitter, the couch_Miami.
Yo, have I told you guys before that if I can be reborn again with any talent, it would be singing? Have I told you that?
No, you didn't tell me that.
No.
I think you have a great voice. Don't undersell yourself. All right. So now the
Thank
moment we've all been waiting for is time for Simple Jack.
Oh, Simple Jack.
A Simple Jack.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Goodbye, Mama. Now you can have ice cream in heaven. I'll see you tonight when I go to bed in my head movies. But this head movie makes my eyes rain.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to what some people might say is Flo from Progressive's favorite segment,
Okay.
Simple Jack.
All right, Simple Jack.
This week's Simple Jack is brought to us courtesy of the Palm Beach Post. Any guesses where it's from?
Wait, I don't get that. Why,
Alachua County.
why is it Flo from Progressive? Just because she's a random
She's a
female?
fox, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a fox.
She's a fox.
I mean-
the AT&T lady's
Listen,
next.
it's just, I mean,
She's hot.
some people might say it's her favorite segment.
Oh, okay.
Just some people might say that.
She's
Okay.
a keeper, bro.
No, I see what you're saying.
It's a
Okay, continue.
possibility.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so no guesses. It's
Alachua
from-
County. I said Alachua County.
No,
Palm
it
Beach
is
County.
from, it's from
Oh.
Palm Springs, which is actually like Lake Worth, Florida. I don't know if you know, are you familiar with Lake Worth? Nothing really great happens there.
Nah, you know, past Fort Lauderdale, it's all the same thing for me.
Yeah, that's true. He said earlier that Oakland Park was in
Winter Park.
It was Winter Park.
Haven.
All right, let's get out of geography class.
Okay, so from Palm Springs, Florida, authorities say a 26-year-old woman crashed her sport utility vehicle into a T-Mobile store because she was angry with their customer service. According to the Palm Springs police, the woman became irate after trying to get a new iPhone because her screen was cracked. The T-Mobile store would not honor whatever insurance plan she claimed to have, and she had to pay full price for the new phone. She returned the next day and rammed her vehicle into the store entrance, then exited the vehicle and began smashing glass displays with debris from crashing through the store, and then punched an employee in the neck.
Wow, so she came back the next day,
She was so angry.
which means she had 24 hours
To
to
think.
cool down and
Yeah.
think about it, and she still thought that her lack of warranty on her cell phone warranted driving her vehicle through the front, not the entrance, I'm sorry, just the glass.
Yeah.
The side
And it's
windows.
an insurance. It's an insurance claim. I mean, it's all sketchy, anyways. I mean, it's
Now do you see why Flo?
You're
okay,
good,
yeah,
you,
yeah.
huh? Dude, so it probably cost her more, which her little
Well,
actions then.
Oh, and so
Right.
she was arrested and she was charged with aggravated battery, aggravated assault, burglary, criminal mischief. So, you know, she paid.
That could be assault with a deadly weapon too.
She
I mean,
probably-
using a car.
Yeah, all those lawyer fees and fines. It's like
Oh,
4 phones. It's like 4 new phones she could have had.
4 new phones.
I mean, with all
could have bought in
the.
like 18, 20 iPhones.
She might. You
Well,
know,
no, they're
she
pretty
could-
expensive nowadays.
She could catch a felony out of this. You know what I mean? We could be talking like 20 phones or something like that.
Yeah,
But hey, you know,
or prison time where she can use no phones.
But you have to expect to be scammed anyways, dude. I mean, you're claiming a phone on insurance, and you know, chances are she probably messed it up herself, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna scam the insurance," but the insurance never gets scammed. You get scammed.
I don't know,
You
but
can't scam the scammer, bro.
well, she's gonna be doing some.
You can't thief the thief.
She's gonna be doing some time in the clink because she can't control her anger.
That's pretty nuts. I saw the video. I hadn't read the story. I just saw the actual video. It was a Nissan Armada. It was a big truck.
It's a big car. Yeah, it's a big thing. Yeah.
Truck, bro.
Okay, got something else here.
In other news.
All right. In other news, have you heard of the ice cream killer?
Never.
Love this. A lady in like Austria, not terrible looking, has been arrested. As this story, she's like already been convicted of this, and the story came out because she's so crazy. She's being moved to an all-male prison.
No way.
What she did was her like husband was an ice cream truck driver.
Oh boy.
Her lover was an ice cream truck driver. She had a very specific taste in men. And
damn, for real.
Neither of them could get her pregnant, so she killed him and hacked him up with a chainsaw.
Oh.
And put him in her freezer. She was using like
in the ice cream truck?
No, I don't know about that.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome. I don't know. I think it was in her house. And she told neighbors the sound of the chainsaw was them working out a new ice cream like machine.
Like a melody, bro?
Right? So
that's the new song I'm gonna play for my ice cream.
So she's a psychopath, and she's so psychopath that they're putting her in a male prison, and which is not fair to her.
Right.
Wait, the only woman in an all like she's gonna get ravaged.
I mean,
that is not fair.
Zero chance she's going into general population.
Right. That's like can the Browns beat Bama? Like, yeah, she may be like number one prospect in a female prison. She doesn't make the 53-man roster in a male prison.
No.
Like, there's some way more sadistic shit, if I may, going on. Like, oh, why would they even think about putting a woman in a male prison?
Is she in prison in Europe? Right? Like she's
Austria. Yeah, it's apparently like very high like technology.
Like Pablo Escobar prison?
No, it's a very like high high technology, like very
it's a sophisticated
sophisticated prison. There's supposedly going to be like 13 more females coming to the prison with her, but she is, I guess, right now. I mean, obviously, she's probably going to be very very confined.
It's got to be,
of course, man.
But can you imagine her like letting one woman go?
Hey, they'll tell her. They will.
She would die in one day. She would die. She would be killed from like excessive sex. Like,
dude, she will be.
Like
it's a graphic term, but she will be torn apart. She will literally be torn apart. She will be ripped up.
Okay, right now.
Whenever you want, bro.
Yeah, let's do it.
Up next, we have one of my favorite segments.
Along with
this segment is brought to you by BeastDFS.com, your one-stop shop for daily fantasy analytics. The BeastDFS contains critical, valuable, and insightful information necessary when creating daily fantasy lineups in the NFL or the NBA. Go to BeastDFS.com and download your copy of the Beast Junior for free today. BeastDFS.com, and now Dubby knows all.
Dubby Dubai knows it all.
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I kiss excellence.
Hoo-ha! Do you know who I am? I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
That was stupid. Was it?
All right, so the moment that we've all been waiting for, right? So one of my buddies, he owns a Ravensburg puzzle. Okay, what's a Ravensburg puzzle, you might ask? This artist,
I would ask that.
Yeah,
it's an
that's
artist,
a question.
right?
That's a question I have.
Well, I mean, he's an artist. He makes puzzles. So it's a 32,000 piece puzzle, right? That is the third largest puzzle in the world, because the same guy, he made a 33,000 piece puzzle and a 42,000 piece puzzle. The 32 one, the one that my buddy has, it's 17 feet long.
Oh, so you can fit it in your house.
Right, exactly. And 6 feet tall.
Oh, so it's for your coffee table.
It's a piece of art.
Are we talking height or are we talking like?
I just said both, Matt. I said,
but not you lay it on the ground though, so it's not tall. It's more like
well,
long
I mean, you lay it on
and
the ground
wide.
because it's a puzzle, brother.
Right, but so 6 feet tall is kind of the wrong word.
It's like if you
I'm
had
thinking
a
like
giraffe
I'm thinking
in
a
your house.
3D puzzle now. I'm
it's-
thinking like a 3D puzzle now.
Well, I mean, if you stand up the puzzle, it's 6 feet tall.
Right. Okay. So
But
it's
it's
6 feet wide on the floor and
No, it's
17
feet wide.
on 6 width.
So-
God, you're not in construction.
So you have
bro.
to build it in your yard, basically.
Right, pretty much.
You
I
have
mean,
to-
it
you have to
actually
build.
takes
You have to build a separate piece to your house.
900 man hours, according to that. And this all brought me to this. So the 6th tallest pyramid in the world. Okay, pyramids. I mean, I guess I've never really seen
There
a
can't
pyramid.
be that many of them.
Right, there can't be too many of them. Is a Bass Pro Shops megastore in Memphis, Tennessee.
Really?
Believe it or not, bro.
And how are we tying that back to the puzzle?
Well, I mean, because it was the 3rd largest puzzle in the world, and this is the 6th tallest pyramid in the world.
oh, okay, but wait, but the puzzle thing had nothing to do with your stat.
Absolutely
Okay.
nothing.
It's like as if you had a giraffe and laid it down inside your house, and then you went to Bass Pro Shops.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. So I thought that was an awesome little stat.
Okay.
Is that it? That's it for W Knows All?
Talk
Yeah.
about something real quick.
Yeah, that's it.
Uh,
All right, and now we're on our since we're on our segment spree, we've got another segment, and it is this one.
Earth-shattering news. Not to be confused with other news.
And not to be confused with Simple Jack,
And
which is also just
definitely-
a bunch of news.
And
Or W
definitely,
Dubai.
and
Knows it all.
definitely not to be confused with quick hits.
Right.
This is earth-shattering news. Have you guys heard Nutella could cause cancer?
No.
Yeah, I
The
heard that.
delicious hazelnut spread relies on palm oil for its smooth texture and also as a preservative.
So the problem's the palm oil.
And a report from the European Food Safety Authority declared palm oil more carcinogenic than any other oils. The problem is that they heat it up in order to process it. Apparently, it releases carcinogens and
How do you spell carcinogens?
carcinogens. And
I will say this: you're
Can I get
not
the definition of the word, please?
you're using in a sentence. You're not gonna believe this, judging by my
Voluptuous figure.
my physique.
You're full male.
I don't eat Nutella.
Well, I mean, I've met a couple people who don't eat it.
I mean, there's like, I mean,
it's better hazelnut.
it's like
spreads out there.
It's like Starbucks. I feel like it's kind of like a basic white girl thing.
It's like a fad.
Yeah,
Like it's a
yeah.
fad.
Well, not even so much a fad, but like a fad within a certain demographic, like AKA kind of basic what, like I don't know. I just
But damn,
a lot of girls post on Instagram like Nutella. It's like coffee,
this
Nutella, and puppies.
right. And you see, like, there's all kinds of, like, you know, specials. Like, places are always like, ooh, we have our new Nutella pancakes.
I've
It's
had
like,
hazelnut beer
I mean, well,
that tasted like Nutella.
okay. Well, I
I
mean,
think
I'm not the biggest fan. I don't hate it, but, you know, like, I mean,
I used to eat it a lot
it's not going
more
to
when I was
affect me
younger.
very drastically. But anyways, so the people, you know, the manufacturers of Nutella said that's not true. We don't do it like that.
Oh,
So
I mean, I'm not gonna.
okay,
stop
so
it.
we've got a hazelnut spread war going on.
yeah,
here.
we very like
Yeah, that.
oh,
Controversy.
He
lost my word.
Yo, you guys can catch us every Tuesday. We're usually, I mean, today we were on a little bit later because we had to share studio space, but usually
Sorry.
7 o'clock live. You guys can catch us on 247miami.tv or our YouTube page. Follow us on Twitter at @thecouch_Miami.
All the links are on Twitter, Instagram, all of them.
See you guys next
later.
week.
Bye.
With my mom around the city, and now the boys regarded as the bomb around the city. People hear my name and know the song around my city, but I never wanted favors to put on around my city. From downtown to Dania Pier, everybody recognize me because my name spelled weird. I spent a lot of time at Rusty's, but it's stainless steel. And Shenandoah was still a must, but it's a dangerous feel. Let's go. Hip hop chatter, cafeteria blabber. After hearing a Mavericks, wanted to be a rapper, so I opened up my cape and flew. A super boy and then a great man too, and then a great man too. I came up from nothing and now I'm stunting right. How'd I do it? I must have been doing something right. I went from hanging on the porch down First Street to spitting bangers, dog. I torched that first beat. Back when our garages were mirages of a studio. All I really wanted was Versace and a groupio. A couple 4 whips, I'm down to act a fool now. A copper chain and watch my neck and wrist to cool down. Hard to be humble when all of the words you mumble turn strangers into some friends, acquaintances, and the lovers. I don't know you, I don't owe you about a motherfucking thing. Did this whole shit on my own, so I'm the only one to thank. Yep. It's gonna be a real short Grammy speech. Hand the award to the motherfucking man in me. I'm still the dopest motherfucker on the family tree. To my uncle, auntie, and my grandma, baby, rest in peace.
stick a bubble gum in the lead pipe. Can't make a lot of noise, but the bed might. Damn right. Got a sheet sweat like a seashore. Looking at me like you wanna be more. Sorry, but I gotta go record.
All right. So what's up, guys? You know, it's a regular Tuesday night. We're starting a little bit late today. We had to share the studio space. We haven't been in the studio in last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's been. I don't think you've been here for 3 weeks. Remember, because me and Matt